Saint Gregory the Illuminator is the patron saint and first official head of the Armenian Apostolic Church. He was a religious leader who is credited with converting Armenia from paganism to Christianity in 301. Armenia thus became the first nation to adopt Christianity as its official religion. Beginnings. Gregory was the son of the Armenian Parthian nobles Anak the Parthian and Okoe. His father Anak was a prince said to be related to the Arsacid kings of Armenia. It was from the house of Shuran, one of the 7 branches of the ruling Arsacid dynasty of Sakistan. Anak was charged with assassinating Khosrow II, one of the kings of the Arsacid dynasty, and was put to death. Gregory narrowly escaped execution with the help of Sophia and Yevta, his caretakers. He was taken to Caesarea in Cappadocia, where Sophia and Yevta hoped to raise him. Gregory was given to the Christian Holy Father Firmilianos to be educated and was brought up as a devout Christian. Upon coming of age, Gregory married a woman called Miriam, a devout Christian who was the daughter of a Christian Armenian prince in Cappadocia. For the union, Miriam bore Gregory 2 children, the sons Viartanes and Aristaces. Through Viartanes, Gregory and Miriam would have further descendants, and when Gregory died, Aristaces succeeded him. At some point Miriam and Gregory separated in order that Gregory might take up a monastic life. Gregory left Cappadocia and went to Armenia in the hope of atoning for his father's crime by evangelizing his homeland. At the time Tiridates III, son of the late King Khosrow II, reigned. Influenced partly by the fact that Gregory was the son of his father's enemy, he ordered Gregory imprisoned for 12 years in a pit on the Ararat plain under the present-day church of Khorvarap, located near the historical city Artashat in Armenia. Gregory was eventually called forth from his pit in c. 297 to restore to sanity Tiridates III, who had lost all reason after he was betrayed by Roman Emperor Diocletian. Diocletian invaded vast amounts of territory from western provinces of Greater Armenia became protectorates of Rome. Declaration of Christianity in Armenia. In 301 Gregory baptized Tiridates III along with members of the royal court and upper class as Christians. Tiridates III issued a decree by which he granted Gregory full rights to begin carrying out the conversion of the entire nation to the Christian faith. The same year Armenia became the first country to adopt Christianity as its state religion. The newly built cathedral, the Mother Church in Ekmyadzin, became and remains the spiritual and cultural center of Armenian Christianity and center of the Armenian Apostolic Church. Most Armenians were baptized in Aratsanoy and Yeriskrivas. 2 princes from Ujjain, India had founded a large kingdom in Armenia in 165 BCE and there established 22 cities covering most of modern Armenia. According to Zenob Glak, one of the first disciples of Gregory the Illuminator, the patron saint of Armenia, these cities were either forcibly converted to Christianity or killed in battles. Many of the pre-Christian festivals and celebrations such as Tyand Erach and Vartavat that dated back thousands of years, were preserved and continued in the form of Christian celebrations and chants. In 302, Gregory received consecration as Patriarch of Armenia from Leontius of Caesarea, his childhood friend. Retirement and death. In 318, Gregory appointed his second son Aristaces as the next Catholicos in line of Armenia's Holy Apostolic Church to stabilize and continue strengthening Christianity not only in Armenia, but also in the Caucasus. Gregory also placed and instructed his grandson Gregory in charge of the holy missions to the peoples and tribes of all of the Caucasus and Caucasian Albania. The younger man was martyred by a fanatical mob while preaching in Albania. In his later years, Gregory withdrew to a small sanctuary near Mount Sabur in the Daranali province with a small convent of monks, where he remained until his death. Veneration. After his death, his corpse was removed to the village of Thodanum. His remains were scattered near and far in the reign of the Roman Emperor Zeno. His head is believed to be now in Armenia, his left hand at Echmiadzin, and his right at the Holy See of Cilicia in Antelias, Lebanon. In the 8th century, the iconoclast decrees in Greece caused a number of religious orders to flee the Byzantine Empire and seek refuge elsewhere. San Gregorio Armeno in Naples was built in the century over the remains of a Roman temple dedicated to Ceres, by a group of nuns escaping from the Byzantine Empire with the relics of Gregory. A number of prayers, and about 30 of the canonical hymns of the Armenian Church, are ascribed to Gregory the Illuminator. Homilies of his appeared for the first time in a work called Agnipadam at Constantinople in 1737. A century afterwards, a Greek translation was published at Venice by the Mechaniterists, and they have since been edited in German by J. M. Schmid. The original authorities for Gregory's life are Agathangelos, whose History of Tiridates was published by the Mechaniterists in 1835, Moses of Cyrene, Historiae Armenicae, and Simeon the Metaphrast. A Life of Gregory by the Vartabd Matthew was published in the Armenian language at Venice in 1749 and was translated into English by the Rev. Father Malin. Gregory is commemorated on September 30th by the Orthodox Church, which styles him Holy Haran Martyr Gregory, Bishop of Greater Armenia, equal of the Apostles and Enlightener of Armenia. Quote, he is honored with a feast day on the liturgical calendar of the Episcopal Church on March 23. Gallery.